Greetings, empowered souls. It's Shelly Bean. I hope you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. So I am here giving Aquarius Collective your March 2026 messages. They're going to be pretty short messages. I wanted to give these messages mainly because we are currently in the Mercury retrograde energy, and we are coming up on the total lunar eclipse blood moon energy, which comes tomorrow, March 3rd, here in the United States. So, oh yeah, we got some intense energies coming in. So with that being said, I wanted to check in to see what is going to be the main energy and or themes for you guys this month. And if you're still here, thank you as always for hitting that thumbs up like button. I do appreciate you guys so much. If you haven't subscribed already, please feel free to do that. And also don't forget to hit the notification bell as well. And if you need a personal reading from me for your specific situation, as always, my contact info is below in the description area. So with that being said, Aquarius, let's get your messages popping here. All right. Holy Divine Spirit, what are the main energies and or themes for Aquarius Collective during this March 2026? I don't know why I would say 2022. For March 2026, during this Mercury retrograde and total lunar eclipse blood moon. Please and thank you. What's the second message? Okay. All right. So we have financial constraints at the bottom of the deck. I was pointed to that. And I'm always pointed to the bottom of the deck at times for a reason. So we have Healer of the Ages, which came out in reverse. And then we have Contract that came out in the upright. Aquarius. So the strongest energy that I'm getting for you guys, or the theme for this month, is you guys are or will be dealing with some type of connection or partnership. This could be in business. This can be love, romance. This could be actually a soul contract as well. So a soul contract can come in any type of way in our lives. It could be with our family, friends, co-workers, lovers, spouses. You guys are in some type of soul contract with something or someone. And this could literally be a contract in terms of business or even marriage for some of you guys. Some type of long-term situation that I'm looking at. Something where you are bound to something that binds you. Contract. But something that needs to be healed though. With the healer of the ages coming out in reverse, there is a situation that needs to be healed. It needs to be first acknowledged and then it needs to be healed. I do feel like this could be, I feel like I'm speaking to two different groups of Aquarians here. One group where it is related to a connection, like I said, a marriage, or maybe a long-term connection that you guys are currently in. And then another group where this is a soul contract. and it's affecting your money. Because we have here again that I was pointing to the financial constraints that comes out in the upright on the bottom of this card or deck. Something that's affecting your money. So I just talked about that with Pisces. I just did Pisces, and somewhere in their reading they did have a similar message about, well, yeah, they had a similar message because they got the cornucopia card that came out in the reverse. It talks about abundance, prosperity, blessings, good fortune, and that was in reverse. And there was a part where I was telling them that something that they were connected to, a person, was affecting their finances. And I feel the same with you guys. I feel like I'm getting the same message with you guys. So I don't know if you guys could be also dealing with a Pisces person or someone who has Pisces heavily in their chart. I don't know. Because it's different for everybody. I'm reading for collective. So I will say, though, that whatever you guys are in an agreement with or bound to in a contract, whether it is the actual literal marriage, or whether it's a long-term relationship, whether it's again, whether it's a soul contract, it could just be someone in your family, a friendship, a platonic friendship, a co-worker. We do have soul contracts with people, and they are not all lovers and spouses. We have contracts with different types of people in different relationship dynamics. But whatever it is, and you'll know if this reading is for you, it's a connection or relationship that needs to be healed. There's something that maybe someone, it could be you, Aquarius, or someone else that you're connected to, but there's something that's not being acknowledged. I feel it might be a little more on your end, Aquarius, where there could be something that you may know about this connection you have with someone. You may realize it, you may know in the back of your mind that something needs to be addressed or something needs to be acknowledged, but it's not for whatever reason. And it needs to be healed, or at least it needs to be brought up and acknowledged, because whatever it is blocking your finances. It's blocking some level of abundance and prosperity for you, which, as I said, I got finished telling Pisces the same thing, that a lot of times a lot of us didn't know this until, we became awakened and the veil was lifted for us and we started this journey. And there's a lot of things we didn't know about that we do know now. And one of the biggest things is not realizing how being in misalignment with people, or people in your life who are not properly aligned with where you are in life right now, or they just don't align with who you are on a soul level. People, most definitely, who you associate with or even connect yourself with can inadvertently or unintentionally affect your finances. So there are a lot of things that can affect your finances and your prosperity, and definitely connections and relationships is one of the biggest things and scenarios that can block your abundance and prosperity. So I do feel like you guys will possibly be faced with something that comes up this month. It could be a bill. It's something that could come up that will require you to take a look at your finances, will require you to think about your situation in your finances. And not only that, but what a perfect time to do that, because we are going to also be in Mercury retrograde energy, which is the time for us to really sit down, take a pause, reassess, self-reflect, reevaluate, and see where we are right now. What is it that we need to really take a fine and detailed look at? So this could also come up, and you may feel like you need to finally acknowledge something in your connection with someone that needs to be addressed. Okay, so as I said, it's different for everybody. The actual issue is different for everybody. But that's the biggest energy and theme that I'm getting for you guys in this month of March 2026, in the energies that are coming up, if it hasn't already. So let's get a Moonology message as we begin to close out Aquarius. So that's your biggest energy and theme, is having to take a look at your finances. And you may, again, there may be a situation that requires you to sit down and look at your finances, and requires you to sit down and take another look at your connection and what needs to be addressed. And you may need to finally, you or your person, whoever, wherever you fall in the situation, Aquarius, this may be brought up during this Mercury retrograde time and during this total lunar eclipse energy. Again, it could also be a work situation, a career situation, a coworker, supervisor, boss, colleague. What other message do you have for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Holy Spirit, please and thank you for this month and these current Moon and retrograde energies. And what is the second message? What time is it? Okay. Okay, we have be bold and make the first move. Even in being bold and taking action and making the first move, Aquarius, it is advisable to also still remember to think carefully and make sure you get all the information and know the fine details before you take action and before you are being bold and making the first move. Okay, make sure that you're doing that first before you do it. And we have don't let your past hold you back. Yeah, so something needs to be addressed. And I feel, Aquarius, that you may already know what that is, but may have been procrastinating on bringing up the issue for whatever reason. But I do get that energy here for some of you guys. All right, that's what I have for you. Those are the strongest energies and themes for some of you guys for this March of 2026. I hope that it resonated, Aquarius, and that you found it helpful. As always, I do appreciate you guys so much. And until the next upload, be well and be at peace. Ashe.